Welcome back to the Vineyard Podcast, your weekly dose of fun, laughter, banter, and a whole lot of realness. It's been a minute since we've been on your screens. Say hi to the people, guys.
Your weekly dose ni kama
Your occasional dose.
Your fortnightly dose.
But
Your
you see,
monthly
absence
dose.
makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah. In fact, we are
Apapa
back
weekly.
because we've been missed.
Apapa weekly, we apologize a little bit. Actually, we should have changed that. But it's so good to be back on your screens yet again to just bring you premium content. So we hope, something you have to
Gas yourself up a little bit.
Yes, it's good to be back. As of today, the day this episode is airing, it is 2 days to Valentine's Day. We hope you have plans. You're not sleeping in your houses.
What is the
Valentine's
issue?
is coming.
Where is your girlfriend?
Who is your boyfriend?
You're sitting at home.
I beg. Some questions are not to be asked.
Who? Wengine wenu najua mtakuwa maombi, but I won't. You can go and petition to
Intercession
God.
with Bay, come on.
Intercession with them.
Ni Mungu umeita babe. Na nikiasha utakuwa. Hey.
Yeah, but
Muogopange Mungu wenzangu.
when you muogopi.
A date with the king.
Umekuwa ukiomba
Come
the same
on.
prayer request for 3 years. Toa sadaka, sister.
I should plant a seed.
Panda mbegu.
Plant
Panda
a
mbegu,
seed.
sister.
Anyway, we hope your love lives are doing better than for the people on set.
And here they are coming to give you advice
And here we are.
on love.
We are, because it's a month of love, we are beginning a love series. We hope you'll enjoy. As you can see, there's a bit of effort by the people on this team. Wamesaka wardrobe.
And they say men are colorblind. But tell me, who has worn red between?
The
Apart
three
from
of
their
us.
lipstick.
Shout out to Clara, who has made us look a bit
At least Valentine themed.
Valentine themed.
Because
Actually, anani ni red hapa tukisema ukweli.
This
no,
is
me,
the
I'm
closest.
convinced mine is
No,
red.
it's mine.
Yours is orange, my sister. And you saw who said, guys, make sure every one of you comes with red.
Chaledi alituambia, alitupanga
Chaledi
vizuri.
amesema. Alafu tumefika tunapatana endi yako na orange.
According to me, what I'm wearing is red. The rest of you are haters. I don't tolerate slander.
Defamatory statement.
Hey. Anyway, people who are single talk like that. Anyway, moving on. We wanted to discuss, just have a light topic around the theme of Valentine's and love. And today we are going to be discussing myths versus facts around the whole topic of Christian dating. Some of us have a problem even with the word Christian
Yeah,
dating.
because what's that?
Because what's that?
Hey.
We'll be able to-
Tupendeni Mungu. Tumetoka too fast, juicy guys.
No, but for real, Kings, explain to me what is Christian dating?
Sister, can you just rubber Shanta?
Shikaraba. You remember when we were doing the intercession with
If we cannot do that,
If I
hey,
cannot
my
start
sister.
my tongues and
Hey.
you finish.
And you finish
Is
my
there
tongue.
anything?
Come
Is
on.
there anything?
So we've gone on a date to go and pray.
Kwani?
Intercede.
Nakwambia open the book of David unafungua.
No, now you guys are going to start making me look carnal because of my opinions. Yeah, in fact, let's move on to the
So, Akituta check up a bit.
The whole episode.
Yeah, I'm telling you the whole episode. So we're just going to look at just a few and see what you think. And we'd, of course, love to hear what you think. Whether you feel the ones that we discuss, whether they are myths or they are facts as well. And you can support your statement, okay? Statement number 1. Are you ready, guys?
Ready. Drum roll.
There is such a thing as love at first sight.
Truth. It's a fact.
Truth.
Yes, it's a fact.
What?
I believe so.
Kingori?
So what are you saying about me?
Truth.
Yes.
Love at first
When you see
sight.
Love at
someone, you
first
can
sight.
love them at first sight.
Yes. And you look at somebody and for the first time and you're like, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. It's the person I'm going to spend the rest of my
Disney
life with.
Mingy.
It's not Disney.
Disney
Okay.
Mingy.
So from
Why- let
18
me de-
to
let me
your
defend
age
my
right now,
fact.
there's none you've seen.
Let me defend my fact. Hakuna mtu nimeona, lakini, oh God, forgive me, Father. This is fondly drawn from my most favorite love story, and that is my Shushi's love story. I make her tell it to me all the time. So she tells me every single time she's telling this tale, and I'm just there lying on the sofa and just enjoying listening to her. She tells me the very first time her husband saw her, he came directly to her And he was very interested. He wanted to tap her, but she was so shy because she was so young. And she'd hide behind her friend, and he'd just keep on smiling. He was
The very
so
first time they
very
ever
first time he
met.
saw her. She was walking along the beach, and he was sat in one of the hotels with his friend. They were sipping soda. And when he saw them passing, he was so agitated in his seat. He was trying to stop them, but he didn't know a lot of English. He was trying to stop them. Then, because they couldn't cross and come into the hotel, he came out to meet them. And when he did, he wanted to speak to my grandmother. So he went to try and tap her on her shoulder, but she was so shy. She was scared of this man who was just
she moved
She'd
away.
been moving. And I think that fascinated him so much because I was like, which type of girl is
Is this?
And I
Yeah.
tell you, that was it. That was the beginning of their love story. And they got married.
That's
He
a fairy tale.
loved
That's
But
her.
see,
Exactly.
when we tell you you're my
Fairy
wife,
tale.
you guys run away.
Hey, you come and say, God has
He
told
had
me.
a point.
I know, God has told me.
It's love at first
No,
sight.
my grandfather never said anything about, I don't know, I've heard from where.
So I need
whatever.
to raise up the person. I've
You've
seen
got
at
to
first
raise,
sight.
yeah.
Okay.
You've got to raise up the person. So I am 100% convinced, and it's probably what has fed into my ideology.
Into
I will
your-
definitely know my person when
Immediately
I see
you
them.
see
Immediately
them.
when
So
I
you're
see them.
100% sure you've not met your person.
Yes, I'm 100%
Nakama is a
sure.
group, love at first sight, but it's 3 people.
So you also don't believe in the concept of a friend turning into a
Oh, that's
friendship
crap for
turning
me.
into
Am I supposed to say crap?
no crap because there are worse ones.
There are worse words to be used.
So if I liked you, I just remain your friend.
Yeah, please.
Hey.
Stick to your lane.
To all friends, hopes who are guys.
OMG, so you actually don't believe that friends can convert into
Nah.
something?
I think I've predicted doom
Crazy.
every single time that has happened, and it has actually come true. Yeah.
Interesting.
Ilikuwa nikununulie roses. Sasa nimeona wacha ni change
Kingori
strategy.
alikuwa arushe mistari amekuwa akijipanga the past 2 months. Sorry, my brother. Yes, Kingori, for you, myth or fact?
I think it's me, it's love at first sight, because I think we are too infiltrated with a lot of Western culture and movies that we watch. We want the spark, we want the butterfly, we want. But in hindsight,
Ati ni minyo.
nigaheha. In hindsight,
Kaheha nedo.
sorry, Sajapa. In hindsight, I think for me, attraction, yes, at first sight, but love is stretching it. Love is really pulling it to the extent that you can envision someone as your partner at first sight, or you can envision someone making your life, or envision someone part of your life at first sight. Hey,
There can be
kidogo
miracles
tweaking.
when you believe. I believe.
You believe.
Yes.
You are unmoved in your...
Unmoved, unshaken.
So yako ni
Like
myth.
Mount Zion.
Mine, it's a me.
Yeah.
Love at first sight.
Yeah.
Love at
Do you
first
believe?
sight.
For
Are
me-
you a partaker?
For me, it's a definite myth.
Come on, come on.
Oh. Skeptics.
My sister was single for a while.
I am prepared.
Uzuri hajawai kuwa na pressure na hiyo sector.
You know, her strength.
Yeah. I feel just my sentiments are most exactly like yours. With my little experience dating in this Nairobi, I tend to believe that the most beautiful relationships begin as friendships and they evolve slowly, because that very intense feeling that you feel when you see somebody for the first time, and I feel like that is just attraction. It's like, oh, you know the ile yenye unasikia nika una cheesy. It's like you can't think straight. You're not too sure. I tend to feel like that. Once the scales fall off from your eyes, then you start to see this person, then you realize they're as ordinary and as basic as any other human being. And then I just feel like it's more difficult to build an actual foundation for a long-term relationship than somebody who you've known each other for some time. Maybe you didn't even begin by seeing one another like that. And then somewhere along the way, just as zingine mtu tu mnazoeana sana. Mnaona kama sisi vile tunakuwa tumezoeana vibaya. But somewhere along the way, things just sort of change, and then it's built on something a bit more substantial than kuona tu na kufurahi. I mean, unaona mtu na unafurahi, but I don't know if that can be the trigger.
So the grounds for a relationship.
Yeah, but we also see what you're saying.
Yeah.
May God answer you in line with your
Hallelujah.
desires.
Hallelujah.
May you just see your prince charming and you
Of
just
course.
Mogaka is watching this
And I
saying,
will
hada
know.
niona mimi.
Anasema bado sijamuona. So everybody who have not met, they're like, yeah, I have
I
hope.
have a chance.
I have a
At
chance.
least the ones who know you can know where hapo
Disqualified.
hapo ngumu. So hapo tumeenda sawa, hiyo iko sawa. Number 2, Christian dating is boring.
What do you mean?
Explain to me what a Christian
What do
Now
you
back
mean?
to where we started.
Yeah.
What is Christian?
What is Christian dating? Kingori, you seem, he's defending this point
Sasa
very
kupeleka road
seriously.
trip ukuta tuko Heaven's Gate unajam. Sasa unajam nini? Why are you angry? Actually, the ladies on the set.
I am really asking the Lord to give me some kind words to use because
Ati babe, let me take you for a birthday trip.
Yeah.
Unajipata prayer mountain.
tuko prayer mountain, nikuvae dera, nikunywe maji, niona ka biscuit for energy.
Fasting.
Okay, let me do that actually.
Nakwambia tunatoka hiyo prayer mountain kama nimeshajibiwa no na Mungu because I don't expect any other answer from him. Nikiendanga kwetu.
For me, I think Christian dating is whereby one, the values that are being upheld within the relationship are a reflection of our faith. I think for me that's fundamental. How the romance plays out, how the risk plays out is it trickles down to the person in question. For example, if I'm a very, for lack of a better word, religious person, those are the things I'll tend to do. I'll tend to take you out to the park, but now to do a Bible study, which I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but or maybe tukienda
On a
hoteli,
date now.
the only conversations we're having is, by the time I was reading the book of James or the book of John, it was talking about love. And to the lady, she's like, okay, all right, kihodo.
Okay, evangelist.
I believe the Lord is calling you to a life
That
of singlehood. Paul.
I don't think the issue is Christianity. I think it's the person. So I think when you're saying Christian dating is boring, it trickles down to the person who's in question. But for sure, I'll take it. Maybe most of us church boys have overdone ourselves. Tumepeleka mtu date ni kama tunaenda Bible study. When in hindsight, we can just go for a nice movie night. Tuende tu mali kwa ranch, tukai kwa hay, tuone movie, and we call it a day. Nothing too much. At times, being too deep, at times unachoka tu. I just want to have a good time, to laugh and to have banter with this person. So is Christian dating boring? Me, I'm a Christian guy, so I can't say it's boring because I'm also looking out. So how can I beat myself? Sasa imebaki moja. And when there is nothing to beat me, hey.
Okay, so for you, ni myth.
It's a myth, but it holds water because there are certain guys who, when they take you out, you're like, you're ready, okay, so. My sister, what is the Lord speaking in your life? Which is a good question. Wrong context.
Wrong context. Did we define what this Christian dating is before we even went to myth or fact?
No, I don't think we defined it, but he started by saying something to do with values.
Yes.
It's espousing the values that we as Christians uphold in your relationship. If you look at it from that angle, then essentially, I think there's no point in adding the Christian part to the dating
Equate to dating.
in itself. It's I struggle with when we put Christian dating. Listen.
Utakuwa kamwiste.
I struggle with adding adjectives to terms because it opens cans of worms and brings about very different things. For instance, like saying Protestant Christians, I don't know what Christians and
or
whatever.
it's like saying Muslim dating.
Yeah, Muslim dating,
But it is
vitu
never been
kama
like
hizo,
that.
Hindu dating and
So
whatever,
that's
whatever.
Now I'm starting to see what you're
You're
have
getting
a point.
That's so
it's a
it bothers
me.
me
So
every
dating,
single
dating.
time you do something like
Anti-dating.
that. Pagan dating. What's that?
God bless you, wherever please. I don't believe. What are you saying?
So because essentially I believe that dating is supposed to be something that's a universal concept that cuts across everything, because the values that are espoused in dating are things that work for whether you are Christian, whether you are Muslim, whether you are atheist or not, because you're supposed to be you're supposed to honor one another. You're supposed to love one another, treat one another with kindness, generosity. So really, it bothers me when people start talking about Christian dating and whatever. In fact, I would have preferred if the question was, are Christians the ones who are boring? Because it's the people who are the
Hey,
problem.
my sister.
Like in the concept of now
Yeah.
within the dating.
Yeah, within
Not
the
even
dating.
demolish some of the pastors. Wako like,
You're getting. Like, mi nakwambia nitaitwa Sunday
No, I
kidogo
like
kwa
it. You know,
pastor's
sometimes
office.
you have to think critically.
Yeah, you've got to think critically about it because I think it's the people who are the issue. It's not the dating.
so are Christians boring when it comes to dating?
Exactly. If you
Okay.
ask it like that, then perhaps I would not struggle with responding to the question because it's usually Christians are the ones who have got this mindset of, oh, if I am a Christian, then when we go for dates, it's supposed to be a prayer date. Oh, the only thing we're supposed to be doing is
That we
Bible
can't do a
exposition.
salsa night with my girlfriend
Exactly,
because we're Christians.
because we are Christians. And vituko kama
You
hizo,
can't
oh, I can't raise up my babe if we are Christians. Mi kazi tu ni kumwambia you are fearfully and wonderfully
Sisi
made.
mwandikia some nice notes na mwachia.
Ati I was reading the book of Numbers.
Of
I
numbers,
realized
and
I don't have yours.
Tumesikia ya
I was reading the
kutosha.
book of Esther and my oh my.
Aye.
I'm like, brother, ni kwani
Brother,
mnasomanga the same script? You know? Mnasomanga the same script. So that would be my position on this one. If are the Christians the ones? Yes, they are boring.
Lakini mbona mnaingilia tu wanaume? See, maybe even the ladies
Yes,
are the
they are
ones.
boring.
But you see, it takes two to tango. Maybe it's the front you've put from your end.
Let me
Maybe,
tell you something, Kingori. Men are initiators, women are reciprocators. If you come with a
Mbona tu point yangu hivyo?
if you come with a boring vibe, oh, trust me.
We will
You'll
multiply.
replicate it.
Aboeka hapa.
Press down, shaken,
Run it.
running over.
I hope you're taking the notes, eh? Umepanga research ya Valentine. So
Because it's true.
upeleke.
Naturally, women are multipliers.
Yeah.
God has called us to multiply. So whatever you give us is the seed you're planting. That's what
Actually.
will multiply. You bring nonsense, oh, we can multiply it.
Even you've seen.
Even the former
you're a
bishop said that if you give a lady,
money, like they're good.
she multiplies.
Yeah,
If you
they're
give
good
her
money managers.
vituko,
Atakumultiplier.
It's
Ndo hiyo
it
sasa.
comes back to you. Pressed down, shaken together.
So if your relationship is not looking great and whatever,
Please,
you are the
reflect.
genesis of the problem.
Reflect, sir.
As the man, I need to sit myself down and say, why am I boring?
Why am
I am boring.
Actually, Ninabo,
Ninabo. Ndio maana tunabo.
you must be self-aware. So for you, it's truth.
Yes, very true.
Wakili.
Just in case you're wondering, my pastor, if you're watching, it's not that I'm going to look for somebody we are unequally yoked. I am, yeah. Thanks.
Just to make it clear.
Yeah.
I like the way we've dissected it up to that point. I feel like I don't think I have a very different sentiment to add. Man, it's just the person. There are Christian guys that I have dated who are so interesting, and like you just remove the word Christian. It's just, you feel nice. You feel like a girl. Like it's there.
It's there.
And then there are others. You have gone hata umeitisha chakula hata unasema guys waseme tu kuna fungwa niende tu nyumbani. I just want to go. So I think it really boils down to the person. Akimeka tumekea wanaume blame. Is there any
No.
No, but
It's for, I think
get
it
what Hope
plays for
was
both.
saying.
Yeah.
But also, it's a lead up to something. If I'm actually being serious about it, it will show you parts of me and how I conduct my affairs. So if that's the front I'm giving and you're not for it, so ujitoe tu mapema. Yeah. Otherwise, uko mbele utakuwa guy. Yana tujaenda vacation, hata date, on a do, hata love note asubuhi, nothing. Hata nikivaa nguo, aoni hiyo ni fupi sana.
Hey.
No, I get what you said. And that's what you said. Men are the ones who are supposed to initiate.
Yes.
Because, again, in Genesis, God presented Eve to Adam to see what Adam will say.
Exactly.
And his response is what God will go, so it has worked. Let's continue.
Nice. All right, the last one for this episode. I like this one a lot. There is no romance without finance.
Of course.
Oh, the two
Myth
related,
or
come on.
fact? Guy, clearly we already have two opposing
No.
views. Where do we... Okay, Kingori start.
Niko na swali. Me
Tutainuana
having very
magumi.
good reads, me knowing how to tailor make dates na pesa zinapataniana wapi? I'm struggling.
Now, Riz, we go eat for dates. Sweet word, go fill my stomach.
Aye. Haujaona we started from the bottom, now tumeenda bwana, we are now millionaires.
Ushaiona he's with you until he gets money, then he goes for his type.
Exactly.
But that's them. Tumesema tu saizi tu, kagua mzigo wako. Kagua mzigo wako. Ukitaka hiyo, inapatikana. But I don't think, I think we put so much pressure on finances, we forget to enjoy the simplest of things. Because, for example, this jama might not be what you are looking for financially, but in terms of communication, in terms of the surprises he's done for you, in terms of how he talks to you, how he treats you, he's top notch. Shida tu ni he does a lot with 1,000 shillings.
Yes,
Shida yako ni hiyo 1,000 imefanya vitu mingi.
Hata wale watu wakina Bampi na whatever walipatania kwa nini ya somo cha.
Hiyo 1,000 imekununulia ice cream, kupeleka it has done a lot.
Kwani ice cream ni 10 bob? Kwani ice cream ni 10 bob?
Bebe, tunaweza kama
ama mnajua chuo. You know a guy?
I know a guy. Kuna ingine.
Sinimeletea keki leo na ni keki mzuri sana. Ningeipack vizuri. Hamngejua.
Hata tungejua bei.
Hata itakazi vibaya. And it's very budget friendly.
But I think at some point, yes, because at times you'll want to do, like that I was watching people go on helicopter rides, which is good, but just hey, tawa hizi fanya helicopter ride.
Najua ni nani unaongelea. I know which creators those are.
You want to have a wine glass, you know, looking something very
Champagne,
beautiful.
bubbles.
Maybe what I can do is sparkling water. Naweza ingia pale Carrefour. Haraka. Nikimbia pale hata naweza kupeleka kitengela tuone glasi you know there are very many things you can do to tengeneza our own glass, our own thing.
Na hiyo si pesa kidogo my friend.
But with 3,000 we can make it.
We, hiyo ni pesa.
Hiyo ni pesa my G.
Kwani mnataka pesa ngapi? Oh, so it's good money. Basi I'm good. 3,000 tu.
Sasa tunaongelelea Timo mtu ako campus for real juu chini mzazi amekupiga 1,000 per week.
We do a picnic in a park. And that's fair. But me, I can cook. I go, we cook. No, please.
You have some creativity.
Yeah, go to Karura, have a nice time, do some activities. Yeah. If you know inakufinya sana, do it as other people. The more the costs go down. Hata muna ubapool. There are many ways.
Group dating.
No, so you go together, but mtaenda kila mtu ataenda their own corner. Mmekuja tu destination pamoja. Mnaenda tu mnajua na some take a walk. You do there are many ways.
Interesting.
Nimetetea Bochal sana hapa. Na msiniangushe tafadhali.
Umemtetea sana.
Umempea ideas pia.
I am on the other end of the spectrum. And this is why I believe what I believe here. Go to a person who you know your finances match the person. Don't come to Sonia and you know you can only afford a date of 1,000 bob.
Sijava kwa offer Valentine.
And you know
cake for 80.
1,000 bob.
Mara mbili.
Ni credit kwa Sonia.
Why Sonia?
We use a lot of money in credit.
Wewe utafanya watu wafikirie mimi gold digger.
Nimesema for example.
But I get what you're saying.
You're getting. Don't come and try and change another person.
Saying what you're saying.
Yes, don't come and try and change another person. This is the standard they're used to, and then try and demonize them into them being a gold digger because you cannot afford
compromise, my sister.
Who they are.
See, there's compromise in relationships.
Yes, of course, tuna compromise, lakini si kila wakati mimi na compromising my standards and my who I am.
Kuna kibanda fulani hapa na kumbe ile matumbo na slap. Madam, hautaamini.
Labda hata mtu ni allergic kwa matumbo.
Ama hata jaja ione hiyo kitu
they cannot eat offals. Nasikia zikitwa hivyo.
Offals?
Yeah, offals.
What?
So, that's usually my thinking. Date people who you can afford.
See, I'm a dreamer. I have a vision.
When ni sawa tu ndoto zako ndio zitakupeleka hapo and then kidogo usambaratisha relationship. Because when you do that, trust you me, at some point, there's somebody who's going to get tired of being the one who's always compromising.
Compromising on the end, okay.
There's always going to be somebody who's always going to be feeling shortchanged. So go for people that you can afford. Am I talking about classism here or whatever?
No.
I am not saying anything to do with classism and sijui nini ama nini. But I am saying if you know the effort you put is not going to satisfy the other person, both of you, save yourselves the heartbreak. And just go your separate ways.
There's wisdom to that as well.
I can argue, if a man really likes this babe, you'll want to actually level up, genuinely. And if you're really invested in this relationship working, you'll desire to actually meet her where she's at. There's someone who said, ladies are born with value, men create their own value. So it's for us to climb that land and match and lander and match. And I think it's a good concept, because if let's say I find hope driving, I'll institute one day to actually be able to match fuel costs. Hata kama sitanunua gari within the year, niache situjaf. Even me, I broaden my horizon because I met someone who's making me think outside what I know. Because this is all I know, but now this is a person who's introducing a new concept of, we can feel this guy and do something. All I need for you to do is open up your thinking to see kila time at. Let's try. Na sijakwambia ununue gari, nimekwambia tu ngatani 175 or 176. What do you think we can do about it?
What is ngata? Sorry.
Fuel.
Even me, I know that. Imagine.
And you see, which further buttresses the point, finances are important. See, this guy is leveling up for what? To get more money.
Yeah.
Thank you. I rest my case.
You rest your
Me
case.
not Nicolex, but give me the time to level up.
Like I'm the
when we are
judge
there.
in this. So yours is myth, yours is fact.
Yes.
I don't know mine. I feel like I'm in the middle. I feel like there are just elements to both. I'm not trying to be Kalonzo here. I'm not even allowed
He
to
was
say
just
that.
chilling.
I'm not trying to be on the fence. But again, from lived experience, I've gone through both, honestly. Let me tell you, if there's the Lulu phase in your life is when you love somebody, you don't see these things. Miliona kwanza. Uta-finance mtu, my sister. Okay, rebuke. I cancel.
In Jesus' name, I reject for myself.
What was the issue in financing someone?
Ngoja usikie hata wewe utaumia vitu zingine hapa ukisikia.
So most of our fathers paid for mothers' tuition.
That way it's okay, not the other way.
Yeah. He's the provider.
Oh!
He's the provider.
That way is okay. The
Where's
other way-
nilipia school fees?
No, it looks bad. As my friend Kingori,
Wacha nikwambie tunakaa vibaya hapa.
Sometimes
Sometimes I feel like this podcast makes me out to be a very
it makes us look so bad.
horrid human
That's why
being.
people look at us and start telling us
Yeah,
we are the
instead of
problem.
telling us we are the problem
But
here.
it's a known fact that essentially, at least I do believe, there's a pride that comes with the man being able to provide.
Exactly.
And when those roles are reverted, it doesn't.
It's just not the natural order of
Yeah.
things. And that's why I was saying I've been in both circumstances for long periods of time. To say that you will never, I used to think I would never, I did. I never had like never before. And I would, okay, kusema tu kweli, I would never go back to that day.
Even me,
that
even me,
dynamic.
I'll
I
tell
would
you, never go back.
to that kind of a
Please.
dynamic ever again, because even the respect is non-existent.
Yeah. Unamwangalia unasema you small boy. Move.
Please.
Tutafutwa, sister.
Okay, imagine, do you know we're actually feeding into the stereotype of if women have money, they are. We are not like that. Honestly, we are
We are
not.
feeling actually Humphrey and
Yeah.
David amekata.
Humphrey, edit, cut that part.
No, yeah, but seriously, I think it just plays on wisdom and also knowing what you can take. There are some ladies who are okay with having the financial muscle and being the one. It's fine.
And it's
Do
fine.
you? There are others who maybe lean more like us and would prefer the natural order of things. Find what works for you. Usikue bitter. Unaona mwingine anabebwa na gari anakujiwa mpaka I'm referencing something that happened yesterday.
I can't believe.
And then now you are msichana, you will attract all the good things.
Hallelujah.
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 Receive.
I receive.
Yes, so
Nasema hivyo mamangu akiona hii wafikirie niko na mtu. Sina mam na shosh. Don't get your hopes up.
alipikiwa na gari. Anyway,
Machine.
I think we can conclude this episode, guys.
You've really talked.
Tumeenda sana. We hope your Valentine's is beautiful, that you get to spend it with your loved ones, be it your mpoa, be it your family, your friends. Ka una mtu, wejikaze tu, next year is still a
Asiye
year.
na mwana aeleke jiwe na aeleka pilo.
Kamata pilo yako. Hiyo ndio pilo. Till next time on the Vineyard Podcast, we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.